imprint our game as much as we can. But of course, you have to understand conditions, adapt. But we're always going to fall on the positive side as opposed to the more negative side.
Hello, Josh. There was quite a bit of rivalry when England toured Bangladesh last time in 2016. Do you see that rivalry continuing? Because there was quite some heated moments back then.
I don't know. I think there's always good competition when the two teams play, and expect a competitive series.
Thank you.
Hi Josh, my question is not related to this particular series. Often there are lots of talks about home advantage. Subcontinent team says that when they came to the England or other countries in Europe, they play in pace helping pitch. Now when other team comes in subcontinent, there are talks about spin track and what's your thought about the home conditions, home advantage? I want to know about that. What is your thought about home advantage?
Yeah, I think as I've said in all the questions, it's the same. Bangladesh are very good in their own conditions, and there's definitely an advantage to playing at home. Yeah, I'm sure they'll. For the last few years they've utilised their home advantage. Yeah, fair enough.
Josh, England are obviously the world champion of two white ball format, and England are probably the most aggressive team right now in the world. Do you think England would adopt this aggressive approach if they wouldn't lose their match against Bangladesh in 2015 World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. I think even if we'd won that game in 2015, I think we would have fallen down not far after. I think looking back, we were quite a way behind the rest of the teams in the world at that stage, and it was very obvious post that World Cup that we had to change the way we played and try and be at the forefront of where the game was going as opposed to trying to catch up. So I think we got to that point regardless, but obviously losing that match was being knocked out of the World Cup at that stage was probably the absolutely is now looked back at as that real turning point for English cricket. But I'm sure we would have been found out not long after had we managed to get through that game.
Yeah, we'll do our last couple.
Just saw Jofra bowling leg spin to the batsmen. You have two leggies, Adil and Rehan. Do you feel Rehan can be a trump card for you guys in the ODI season, T20 series?
Yeah, Rehan's a really exciting talent. He's obviously made his Test debut and against Pakistan recently. He's still a very young man. He's just a teenager still. So we're excited about his development and where we think he can go. And it's great to have him in and around the England setup. And someone like Adil Rashid has been such a star performer for us for a long period of time. Rehan, getting to spend time with him and then discussing bowling and watching each other bowl, I think will be a huge benefit to him and a big stage in his development. And really excited for someone with so much talent, not just with the ball, with the bat as well. So we look forward to watching him develop and hopefully turning himself into a brilliant international cricketer.
Josh, everyone talks about slow and low wicket in Mirpur, but you, the guys who come, Jofra, Marcus, Sam Curran, Chris Oakes, the big guys in comes in. Do you take the difference between spin and pace in Mirpur wicket?
Say the question again.
Do you see any difference spin and pace wicket in Mirpur?
A difference between spin and pace? There's obviously the difference is. Generally the wicket will be slower, but guys like Jofra and Mark Wood, they obviously have fantastic airspeed. So sometimes there's someone who can bowl with such pace. On these wickets, it's still a handful. It's not actually always it's the benefit of the batsman. So we have a nice variety in the attack. We have a nice variety in the squad, both right arm, left arm high pace, guys who can swing it. So we have a nice balanced attack.
In the last year, there was an interview. You told that when you came here for playing between Marlon and Rahul, discussing about the theory of chasing in T20 cricket. Can you tell this story again?
Yeah, I think it was Darren Bravo was talking about, when you're chasing a total in T20s, they look at actually how many sixes they feel like they have to score in the chase to win the game. And I was saying that I'd never at that point thought about the game in that way. I was sort of always looking at runs per over required or things like that, whereas I remember Darren running a message on saying if you hit 5 sixes in the last 6 or 7 overs, we'll win the match. And just a different mindset, different way of looking at the game, and something I hadn't thought of before at that time.
Did that change you?
Yeah, I think so, at different times. It's just great to have different options of looking at the game different ways. I think guys who are, especially if you have that ability to clear the ropes and hit sixes, it's a nice way to take pressure off yourself.
Thanks all. See you.
Thank you.